Now, I should explain something here. I've made an executive decision here related to our low-resolution layout or wireframe. In fact, I had already sort of decided this earlier on. I just hadn't mentioned it yet. With our other two layouts that we have, the high resolution and the medium resolution, of course, we have the slideshow, which is going to be inserted here just below, of course, the main navigation menu. And of course, the slideshow for the high resolution is a fixed width. The slideshow for the medium resolution is a scaling width. What I've decided to do here for the low resolution, again, I'm thinking of someone using like an iPhone or something like this to view this layout. If they had a great big slideshow sitting right in here, would that really be of any benefit to them? Visiting my site on a lower resolution device, I'm going to argue that the slideshow would actually occupy too much screen space and that it would actually get in the way. So what I've decided to do is I've decided to exclude the slideshow from the low-resolution layout. Now, this is, again, one of the cool things that you can do here. So we've decided to leave an entire layout area out of our overall structure or our overall design. And for yourself, it might not be a slideshow. Maybe it's something else. Maybe it's upcoming events, or maybe it's new products, or who knows. Something that would make more sense on a higher resolution layout that perhaps you want to exclude from a lower resolution layout. So you'll have to decide for yourself. But in my case, I'm going to exclude the slideshow. And in this exercise, we're going to jump right into the 3 content boxes. So I'm going to head back to my external style sheet. I'm not even going to acknowledge or insert anything here related to the slideshow. I'm just going to jump down into the content boxes. And of course, as far as the content boxes are concerned, I'm sure you recall from our earlier exercises that these guys are class rules. Of course, there's 3 of them that we've set up inside our HTML file. So here inside the external style sheet, I can just go .content box and jump right into applying formatting to these 3 div elements that make use of the content box class rule. So there we go, .content box. I've got the squiggly brackets ready to go. And let's get started with these guys. So I'm going to throw in a temporary background color. So background, RGB, and the RGB values that I'm going to use are going to be 200, 200, 200, like so. And let's see, I also want these guys to float once again. So we've seen this a number of times. Float left is what I'm going to use here. And let's see, I want to throw some borders onto these guys. So I'm going to go border hyphen top, full colon space. 1 pixel solid, and I want these guys to be black, so RGB, and we'll go 0, 0, 0 for these guys. And also a border on the bottom as well, border hyphen bottom, and then 1 pixel solid, and then black as well, using my RGB color values, like that. Okay, perfect. Now, let me just check here. I think that's pretty much everything. Oh, there's a little bit of spacing that I want to throw in here as well. Let's use our padding. So once again, we'll use a value of 10 pixels on the inside, spacing on the inside of these guys. And then a little bit of spacing on the bottom of these objects as well, on the outside. So margin hyphen bottom. And we did this earlier for our medium resolution as well. So we'll throw it in here and hopefully we'll get a decent result. So just margin hyphen bottom, and then 10 pixels. Then don't forget your closing semicolon there, of course, on the end. Let's save up our work and then head back to the browser. Give me a second. I'll hide everything else and refresh. There we go, something like this. So this is what we wind up with. So once again, we didn't specify a width on these content boxes, which means that they're going to occupy 100% of the available width. The available width is the 95% we set on the master. I hope that makes sense for you. So once again, we've decided to exclude the slideshow and jump right into the content. And an example that comes to mind is maybe in your slideshow you have featured events or upcoming product releases or something like that. And then beneath that, you have perhaps events or products that are coming up this month. Well, with a mobile version of your site, maybe you want to jump right into that information right off the bat and not have any other information get in the way. So anyway, that's just another example that comes to mind. So this is kind of a neat thing that we can do, is excluding entire layout blocks or layout content from some of our media queries or some of our layouts.